In this video, we're going to learn how to use autocorrect in Microsoft Word to make your life a little bit easier. It does take some time to set all of your keywords up as far as the initials that you will type to get the term, word, or phrase. However, it will be worth it in the end. Always make a list of the shortcut keys that you create as soon as possible. Now, we don't want it to always capitalize that, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to tell it lowercase. We're going to select it. We're going to go to File. Then we're going to go to Options. We're going to go to the Proofing tab. Then we're going to go to the Autocorrect options. You want to make sure the autocorrect tab is selected. You also want to make sure that the replace text as you type is also checked. And as you can see, it already has the as soon as possible right there. So we're going to put in our shortcut key. And what we're going to use is ASAP. Then we're going to click OK and OK. Now let's go ahead and just delete that right there. And let's type ASAP and space. And as you can see, it went ahead and put it in there. Now, if this is the beginning of the sentence, it is going to capitalize that. Okay? But if we have something here like, please contact us ASAP, you can see that it does not capitalize that first letter. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do another one. We have here, as noted in history of present illness. We're going to select it. We're going to go to File, Options. Then we're going to go to Proofing, Autocorrect options. Make sure that that is checked and that you're on the Autocorrect tab. As you can see, they already have it in here, so we're going to put in our shortcut keys, and on this we're going to do ASNO. We're going to hit OK. OK. Let's go ahead and delete that. And let's put ASNO space. And as you can see, it typed it out for you. Now we have here just a generic address, name, city, state, and zip. We don't want to put anyone's address out there that might really have that address, so we've kind of used a 123 Jones Street at any town, state, and zip. But you could put the doctor's name and address here if they like to have their name and address on any kind of special reports or letterhead that's going out. Some medical transcriptionists will actually transcribe business letters. It just depends on the doctor. And you don't want to have to do that repetitively. So you can do this and then format it as you want it. If you want it on the left, or if you want it in the center, go ahead and highlight it. Again, go to File, Options, Proofing, Autocorrect options. Make sure you're on the Autocorrect tab. Make sure this is checked. And then you want to give it a name. So we're going to put, let's say, DR, and then we're going to put AJ for the first and last name, and then we'll put ADD for address. Okay? And then we're going to click OK and OK. Now remember to make a list, again, of any shortcuts that you make and what they're supposed to actually say, the phrase, whether it's an address, phone number, whatever you assign it to. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete this, and we're going to type DRAJADD space. And as you can see, it comes up on the page. So this is basically how you create the autocorrect, and you're turning Word, like I said, into your own little text expander. I'm going to take you through a couple more just so you can kind of get the hang of it. Okay, as you can see, we've typed here physical examination. We're going to go ahead and we're going to enlarge that just so you can see it. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to select it. We're going to go to File, and we also typed that in caps, if you noticed. We'll go to Options, Proofing, autocorrect options, autocorrect tab, make sure replace text as you type is checked, and then for our shortcut we make sure that it's next to what we actually selected. We're going to go ahead and give this a PEX because we have physical examination on our list as PE, but that's in lowercase and we've got this in all caps. So we're going to click add. OK. Now let's go ahead and delete it. And we'll go ahead and type in PEX space. Now as you can see, it typed it in the exact font that I typed it in. So I increased the font so that you can, actually see what we type. But you'll want to make sure when you're doing these that you type it in the font that they want it in, whether it's Arial or Times New Roman, and the font size that they want it in. If they want it bold, then you'd want to go ahead and bold it as well. Now I want to show you one other thing. Earlier we had talked about that you can format these shortcuts to the way you want them to look and where you want them to appear. We have typed just name, address, city, state, and zip, but we have used italics, we've used Times New Roman, and we use 16 as the font size. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a shortcut key. Proofing, autocorrect options. Now right here we'll just put N for name and ADD for address. Of course that would be your name, address, city, and state, or the doctor's. You would have some actual information in there. Now we're going to push N, ADD, and enter or space key, and there it is. Now if you push the space key, remember that you might have an extra space there you might need to take out if there was already a space before that word, or if when Word inserts it, it inserts it with that extra space. So you'll kind of want to watch out for that. You might want to try to just push enter. Now we're going to show you how to delete a shortcut key in autocorrect if you don't need it any longer. It's real simple. You just go to File, Options, Proofing, Autocorrect Options, which is where you put it in the first place, and you can go through this list here, and we're going to take out the one that we just put in, which is going to be further down here. And the nice thing too is that Word 2010 already has a lot of autocorrect words in here, and some of them are even going to be medical words, but not all of them. But if you type a word incorrectly all the time a certain way, you can put it in here and then put the correct spelling. So it can be used, for example, they have NWE is going to automatically autocorrect to new. Okay, now let's find the one that we created right here. NADD. Now we don't need this anymore because we don't want to just have it say name, address, city, and state. We want it to be somebody's name and address. So we're going to delete it, hit OK, and OK.